Hi everyone, it's Nikki back with Laura's Legacy. This video is just to kind of give you the background story of the butterflies and how it relates to my mom. And this is kind of why I call this channel Laura's Legacy, because my mom meant everything to me. She and I were like this, and we would talk every single day on the phone. She had been sick for many years, and I watched how sick she got, but she was the biggest fighter, and she continued to fight the entire time. We used to laugh because I would tell her that there's not a thing that's not wrong with you, Mom. Everything from your head to your toes. I even told her that maybe the only thing that was not wrong was maybe her eyebrows, but she had a lot of health issues, and so she suffered a lot, but she was a fighter, and I believe in my heart that she stuck around as long as she did for my son. And he was about 3.5 when she passed away, and he really didn't understand any of that. He just knew that Nana was sick and that he couldn't go visit her anymore. And I tried to explain to him what that all meant, and I actually contacted a counselor to explain to him what that actually meant. And the counselor was wonderful, and she told me that you have to tell them when our bodies don't work anymore, that they die. And I didn't even want to say the word. I didn't even want to say that word out loud. But he was too cute. One day he asked me why we couldn't take a rocket ship to the moon and get Nana back. And it was a very, very difficult time for me. But she fought so hard. And we talked about everything. There was not one single subject that we could not talk about together. And that's my son calling, Daddy, Daddy. Gosh. Anyhow. So, sorry about that in the background. They're like calling for each other, wanting to like do something, or probably he needs his computer fixed. Anyhow, before she passed away, it's kind of ironic that we never really talked about how she would let me know that she was okay. I just kept asking her, please let me know that you're okay. And I was there with her when she passed away. I held her hand, and it was all very quiet. She was under a lot of medication, and we had taken her to hospice. So we really didn't talk about, how she would let me know that she was okay. And I just knew maybe she'd send me a sign. Well, about 3 or 4 weeks into things after she passed away, I started noticing, like, everywhere I turned, there was like a butterfly, whether it was on a little backpack, if it was at the school that I worked at, that there were posters, and everywhere I turned there was like television shows. I would see butterflies everywhere. And I thought, well, it's spring. She passed away in March, so that's pretty typical for spring, is to see butterflies. I hadn't actually seen one in person, but I saw them everywhere I turned. And I thought, I'm probably just losing my mind. It's okay. Things are really tough on me right now. But so I started writing them down. Every single time I saw a butterfly, wherever it was, whether it was on television, whether I saw it on a little girl's backpack, whether it was a little t-shirt, wherever. And like one day, I think I had gotten to like 25 or 30 within one day. And I thought, this is insane. This is just crazy. But as I continued to do that, as the months went on, I couldn't keep up with it anymore. I tried, but she would send there was like hundreds and hundreds of butterflies that were constantly, coming through. And I was just like, okay. So one night I had a dream. My dreams are extremely vivid. I remember color, I remember smells, I remember just every detail. It's almost like watching a movie. And it's insane. It's crazy how I dream and I wake up and I'm like, okay. Some things are just so random and you kind of know. And I had random dreams. But one night I had a dream that I was standing by her little area that I dedicated for her with her picture and everything. I was standing there in my dream and I said, Mom, is that it? Did I get it right? Is it the butterflies? And in the dream, she took my arm and she went like this. That's me, Nikki. That's the butterflies. And so it was almost like little wings, but she pulled my arm out and just like pulled my arm and went like that. And I was like, I woke up and there's nowhere in my head that I could ever make up something like that. There's just, I can't even conceivably understand that she would do that. It's just mind-blowing. So I really like couldn't believe it. My son was born one day after my mom, and my mom's birthday is October 22nd. I did not see a butterfly in person that year until her birthday on October 22nd. And ironically, it was at a garage sale. I was picking up something. I saw something like a little Batman mask for my son, and a butterfly flew right past me. And I actually literally went over to the bush and I'm like, Mom, you couldn't like make this stuff up. And she, like, I believed with all my heart that was what she was sending me. So various times, I will feel like Mom, and I'll talk to her and I'm like, Mom, you have to send me a sign, and it's not been a good day. I'm really having a hard time. I'm struggling today and I'm just so sad without you, and I can't believe that I have to live so many years without you now, and it's just really hard. So I will say something to her, and within like 5 minutes I'll turn and there's a butterfly. So I ask for the signs all the time and she'll send them to me. And even in the wintertime, I was in Washington visiting my cousin in Seattle, and it was wintertime. It was like the day after Christmas. We had gone to this beautiful village and it's Christmas time. I look up and there's these butterflies on the ornaments, and there's butterflies on the wall with different decorations, and I'm like, you don't really necessarily think of butterflies and Christmas at the same time. It's more of a spring thing. And it's just crazy. One day I was having a really bad day and I really wasn't thinking necessarily about my mom. It was more of a work thing, and there's these butterflies that like flooded in front of my car, and I was like, there's no way. This is it. This is what she told me in my dream, and I got it right. So ever since then, I just see butterflies everywhere I turn, and it just shows me that she's still with me and that she is watching over me. Every day is so hard though. I wake up and can't talk to her on the phone, and that just is really hard. So Laura's Legacy, this channel is dedicated to you, Mom, because it feels so good to be able to share things about you with people that, never got the chance to get to know you, but that are special to me, and you're just so special to me. And there's not a day that goes by, hour that goes by that I don't think about you. So I love you, Mom, and I love all of you for watching, and I hope this video kind of shares a little bit about why the butterflies are so important to me.